What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Now, today I'm going to be making a video on Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. Now, the original Black Ops games are regarded as some of the best games in the series, and since I never played them, I decided to finally give it a chance and play these games and beat Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. But are these games still worth playing in 2022 with a bunch of new CODs and Battlefields coming out every single year? Let's get into it. Alright, let's start with the stories. Now, Black Ops 1 released back in 2010, and Black Ops 2 came out 2 years later after that. This was considered as the golden era of video games, not only with the Black Ops games releasing, but with Modern Warfare's coming out every single year. And it seems like everyone liked all of these games that came out, unlike, today, where a COD comes out and just no one likes it, and everyone wants it to be like the golden era with all the Black Ops and Modern Warfare games. Now, these games are considered to have some of the best campaigns in COD history, and I don't really disagree. Both had very good plots with a ton of twists and turns in the story that I didn't really expect. Alright, Black Ops 1, it takes place during both the Cold War and Vietnam era. The game campaign follows the main character, Alex Mason, as he attempts to recall certain memories in combat in order to locate a number station, and most of the missions are flashbacks of Alex's time during combat in the Cold War and Vietnam era. Alright, let's talk about Black Ops 2. Now, Black Ops 2 is set in the future, so it's set in 2025, but there still is flashbacks where you go back in time and play as Mason in Vietnam and the Cold War, and the whole plot is you're trying to stop the main antagonist, Mendez, and he's trying to cause, the second Cold War. And both games wanted me to keep on playing and see what was going to happen, and I wanted to see how these games were going to end. Alright, let's get into the characters real quick. Now, the main cast of Black Ops 1 has some of the most memorable characters in the series, like, Woods, Mason, Hudson, and Reznov, while Black Ops 2 has some of those familiar faces, like Hudson, Woods, and Mason, but bringing new characters like Admiral Briggs, David Mason, which is related to Alex Mason. Now, let's get on to the other part of this game, and that is the zombies experience. Now, I know that both games have a great zombies experience. I've heard a lot about them, and they have classic maps like Shinonuma, Nocturne de Toten, Town, Moon, Nuketown, Zombies, etc. These maps are considered the best in the series, or some of the best in the series. And I'm going to be honest, I haven't really played any of the zombies in these games, but I have heard a lot about these games and how good they were in the zombies aspect. Now, the good thing about zombies is you don't need anyone to play with. You can just play by yourself, and you don't need to go online. And even if you could go online, there's probably not going to be any people, because just like the multiplayer, it's dead. The multiplayer's basically dead right now, and if you can find the lobby, most of the time it's just going to be hackers in that lobby, and it's not going to be like it was back in 2010 when it first came out, which does suck, because unfortunately I never experienced these games in their prime, because growing up I couldn't play M-rated games, which sucked because I couldn't play some of the best COD games in the series. Now, I will say these games were some of the best COD experiences, but playing COD, I forgot how repetitive these games can be. I mean, so repetitive. Great stories, but the gameplay, it can be really repetitive. It definitely got boring at times, but since it was only 7 hours, the games are only 7 hours long, I pushed through and I wanted to see what happened next. If you haven't played these games yet, I highly recommend picking them up and playing them. They are I'm pretty sure they're dirt cheap, And again, they're only 7 hours long, so they'll keep you entertained for a good 7 hours, which is pretty short, but that's normal for a COD campaign. COD campaigns aren't usually that long, and I do think it's worth getting. Even, you know, 2 generations ago, these games were on their hardware with a 360 and a PS3, and I mean, even they released on the Wii and DS, but they were definitely not the same game. So yeah, that's going to be the end of the video, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.